Hey guys, Warren and Emma from The Little Adventurers. Welcome back to another video. This time we're out in the Helena and Aurora Ranges, also known as Bunglebin or Jewel in the Crown. And you can see why when you come out here. It is absolutely magnificent. It's located in the Western Woodlands, which is 40 million acres worth of forest that runs right up past through Kalgoorlie all the way down to Esperance, and is actually bigger than England and Wales put together. Stick around, this is a two-part series. We're going to explore this area, and then from here we're going to explore other parts of the Wheatbelt as well in episode 2. We've got some fire cooking, we've got some four-wheel driving, we've got some great camping, so we can't wait to show you guys around all the way through this area.
Well, that was wild. We just drove through the mine site. There's no gate to stop at, no direction. We just took a side road that said was for light vehicle access. And as you drive through the mine, you can see like all these tractors and stuff working. And then we just stumbled upon a sign that said public access to the Helena and Aurora Ranges, turn left.
Good.
So we turned left and we're hoping for the best.
So we're only about 19 kilometres from the ranges now. They keep on popping up into view, but yeah, so far the track's been actually pretty good. Like, we thought it would be a lot wetter. We've managed to jag it at a reasonably dry time, so quite a few dry bits, you know, interjected with little puddly areas, but yeah, not too bad. Easy enough to drive through so far, so yeah, it's good. We're at camp. Woo! Easy drive in here, pretty good. A couple of muddy bits, no worries. We only saw 2 cars, one that we're towing, and their friends as well. So just a couple of cars and looked like a camper. Em's getting a ginger beer. We were mucking around trying to find another spot to camp, and in the process I've completely torn off my mud flap, so that's over here drying out, and yeah, I've torn that off. To be fair, it was actually it was like partially, it was half off anyway from another trip, so a tree stump just finished the job for us, which is cool. Yeah, pretty muddy out here, bit wet, but all in all pretty good. We're going to steal this fire pit over here. Someone made the fire pit for us.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. And plus, like, I don't like making multiple fire pits. Like, if we've seen a fire pit that's been used, we often try and use that area again. Otherwise, what you get is you just get like all these coal pits everywhere. And this one's got nice rocks around it and stuff, so it's cool. We've got a good view of the range. We're just going to sit back for a little while, have a chill, because we actually left home at 7.
Yeah, it's been a big day.
And now it's what, like 3:20 or something?
No, 3:50.
Oh, 3:50. Wow, okay. So we've been going for a while.
Yeah.
We did muck around for a bit because we come out to here, and then like, this is actually where we're camping, is actually part of the designated camping area. Beyond the summit track sign, you're not meant to be camping, you're not allowed to camp, but we thought, look, like, let's have a little poke around. But we really couldn't find anything as good as this area anyway. So we've just come here, but there's nobody here, it's quiet as, so we should be sweet. But anyway, we'll get cracking on a fire and yeah, get some
dinner on.
Get some dinner going soon. So I thought I'd let you guys in on a little bit of kind of like, you know, what we usually do when we first get to camp. Always get the fire on first, boom. So we usually get the fire going, and then we kind of we always end up splitting up tasks. So Emma's actually doing the swag.
It's normally my job.
It's normally Emma's job. I'm usually the one that gets everything down off the roof and sets up the awning and stuff. But yeah, once we kind of done that, we sort of just like get everything kind of stowed into the spots that we like it. And because we use the back of the car to camp out of, we're really lucky to sort of not have to do much. We just drop the table down and we're good to go. So that's pretty much it. We have a really quick camp set up. So we've been able to get the fire going. Emma gets the swag set up. I sort of muck around, do all the other bits and bobs. We usually get the shower is out for in a little while. Yeah, just separate the tasks, and before you know it, we're sitting down having a cocktail, which I think we might have a cocktail tonight. Am I right? Yeah, I think we're going to do a cocktail. We're going to do just a good old dark and stormy. Emma really likes ginger beer, and I really like rum. So put the two together, and we've got a nice little cocktail. Oh, that's the other thing as well. This is definitely a hack. This is definitely a camping hack. This guy, little tiny kids rake from Bunnings, and like when you get to places like this where there's like heaps of like rocks, and you can just get everything just sort of up and out of the way really fast, and sort of make a nice little area. And it's so good, especially for us, because we're on the ground and we don't like stretchers. I know there's like I feel like there's a big thing about stretchers at the moment, and I can understand that people really love stretchers, but we don't like stretchers at all. So
have you ever tried one though?
Yeah, I have, and I didn't like it, but I know now Emma's wanting to try one, like right in the middle of this video. She wants to try a stretcher.
I want to try one. No, I'm not saying I want to try one. I'm just saying I have no experience of one, so.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Emma doesn't have an experience of one, and I do, and I don't like them, so I just prefer to just dump it on the ground anywhere. So yeah, but because we're on the ground, you can just clear the ground away with the little Bunnings spade, a little rake thing, and yeah, it's awesome. So anyway, we're almost completely set up, so we'll probably do a dark and stormy soon and sit back and enjoy this fire. Rightio guys, it's time for a good drink. So we well actually I've had a beer, and Emma's had a ginger beer, but we're gonna make a cocktail. We both don't drink very much, so we thought on this trip let's do some dark and stormies, because Emma really loves ginger beer. She doesn't like a lot of other stuff, and I love rum, so hey, beautiful. We've got dry spiced rum. That's a really nice one, the Black Tears dry spice rum, beautiful. So we've got some of that. We're gonna go with ginger beer. Great Northern ginger beer, really good. Emma loves my dad's ginger beer. My dad brews his own ginger beer. It's incredible. So Emma uses that as like the bar is set for everybody else. So this is pretty good. Like Emma hates most of the ginger beers that are out there. So this one's a really, really good one. So we've got ginger beer, a bit of ice. Cool. So anyway, a little bit of spice. We go shot of rum. The ginger beer. I have the world's tiniest cup as well, so this is going to be strong, which is nice. And then to finish it off, just a slice of orange, right, with a little bit of rind and a little bit of flesh. This just turns it on. So squeeze out a little bit of the juice. Awesome. Pop that in there. All right, babe, we got cocktails. dark and stormies
Cheers.
in the Helenas.
Oh, that's really good.
It's so good. Perfect.
Yum.
Guys, this is amazing. It's turning out to be an amazing afternoon. There's not a drop of wind. Our fire is absolutely roaring already. And yeah, we're getting into golden hour, so I think Em's going to go off and take some photos and stuff in a minute.
Golden hour is upon us, so I'll be
yeah.
off.
Cheers. Good morning, everybody. We had an amazing night's sleep, as we tend to do out here. I feel like it's a little bit difficult to explain unless you've been out into the Wheatbelt or out where you can get a little bit of that extra isolation. We slept really well. We actually went to bed quite early for us, which was about 8:30. That's early for us camping, because sometimes we usually stay up and have a few drinks around the fire, but we had a cup of tea in the end. A few too many dark and stormies were had early, so we had dinner and then a cup of tea, and then yeah, went to bed. It was amazing. Extremely quiet, like extremely quiet. There has been no wind so far. Very still afternoon and a very, very still night, and then an equally still morning. It's absolutely glorious this morning. Got a bit of a fire going on with some stuff that we found around the area. I'll probably need to chop something with the chainsaw that's a much bigger today, because we've got some fire cooking to do tonight. So yeah, we don't have a plan, which is amazing. We just want to chill out around here for a little while this morning and have a lazy morning at the camp. We are going to take the ridge track, the full drive ridge track up to the top. So we're going to do that later on, and then we might actually do a little hike up there on the ridge. We might just go for an explore as well. So that's kind of like a rough, loose idea of the day. Aside from that, nothing else. We want to come back to camp early tonight because I'd like a big fire going, and I think tonight I'm going to be doing lamb shanks in the camp oven. So pretty excited to try something new. And I don't really have the recipe with me because I forgot to download it before we left home. So going to also be winging it. But anyway, absolutely gorgeous morning. We'll probably have some brekkie soon, and yeah, start stowing away camp.
We're just doing a little walk around the campsite. So there's a designated camping area here. We camped on the right hand side of the road, but on the left hand side it looks more structured, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, looks like they've got actual like bays here. See these bays?
Yeah.
With the logs.
So we're just checking it out because there's still nobody here. Yeah.
That's actually a really
See
nice
what it looks
campsite,
like.
you know,
Oh
because
yeah, look.
you actually get a really nice view of the range. And it's actually nice and flat. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
We opted for the more bushy side of camp, a little bit more rustic. But yeah, it's super nice over here too. See anything of interest?
Not really. Cool though.
Yeah.
Like imagine if you're like full-blown kid.
Just like you.
Just like me.
we just hit the ridge track. So far it's really flat. We haven't started really climbing yet, we don't think. It's not a hectic four-wheel drive at all. Apparently the boys from Venture Driven were out here last weekend and they said there's actually two ridge tracks that you can take. One of them is pretty impassable. What did Dean say was that it was a really big rock step and they actually turned
there's
around.
like a really tight switch back into a rock step, so I mean we won't be doing that. We don't really like, I've got a 2-inch lift on the car and stuff and decent tyres, but we won't really be doing anything crazy, so we'll just go and check it out. If we think it's kind of impassable, we'll just turn it around. We've got to drive the car back to Perth, so
yeah. And we're here alone as well, so
yeah, there's nobody out here and we are here alone, so there's no recoveries that are going to be happening. So I'll just cruise it. If it looks good, we'll do it. If it doesn't look good, we'll always play it safe. I mean, that's always my recommendation anyway. Like, you should play these sort of things as safe as possible when you're on your own, and we do a lot of solo driving, so yeah, it's best to urge on the side of caution. We're definitely not going to be doing anything stupid for cameras or anything like that, so we'll go and see what it looks like. If it looks good, we'll go for it. So
yeah,
we'll keep you updated.
Okay, so we just come to this point here where we have a track closed sign. There's actually 3 tracks, so we've got this one here. Woz has just gone up to this one, and then there's this one right here as well. So we're just trying to figure out which way is the way to go to get up the top, because we've all of a sudden started climbing, and yeah, they're pretty good views. So yeah, we're just going to figure out which way to go from here.
So we made it up to the, well, I guess the top of the ridge track that we took. So there is basically exactly what Dean had mentioned to us. There's a pretty there's like a gnarly little switchback, and then you go up quite a few rock steps. I think maybe if you had like, you know, you had like 35s, maybe 37s, and you were, you know, a pretty keen full driver, I reckon you could really give that a good go. But I wouldn't do it without other people as well, and I probably wouldn't take the Prado up there. But this is a beautiful spot. I mean, look at the views you get up here. There's views basically like 360 all around us, so we're just gonna hang around up here for a while, and we might even do a little walk just along the ridge line, because we've got all our hiking gear and stuff with us. It's bloody cold up here. The wind is you can definitely feel the wind up here compared to down there. It's freezing up here, but yeah, beautiful. Easy full drive too, by the way. If you're watching this and you're thinking you won't be able to do it, I reckon most full drives with a little bit of clearance would do that really easily. If you just, what have I got the tyres on? Tyres are on 25, 26, and I just crawled it up. It was absolutely fine. So yeah, really, really good. How good's this, babe?
It's really cool. Yeah, and it was not as bad as I thought to get up. I'm not a massive fan of four-wheel driving, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, M doesn't like intense full driving, and to be fair, we just never really do like intense full driving. Like, we usually want to drive somewhere to get to a destination. So, but anyway, this is amazing. We're going to spend some time up here. We'll get the drone up and show you guys around.
We just found a little lunch spot and we're just exploring the area. Well, Warren's just called out, tell me to come here and have a look at something. He's found something really cool. So let's go and see.
Geocache.
A woody?
So people, I think they mark them on like maps, and then you can go find them in like, I guess it's sort of like a treasure hunt.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a little treasure hunt. And people just put things in them. So what do we got? We got some toys. A Ninja Turtle. Oh, a cockroach.
Hey.
Hanging out in there. And there's a notepad and some ink. Let's see if anybody's written in this notepad.
Oh, yeah.
There's a pen in there as well.
Yeah.
It's probably, you probably write in that you found it and when you found it, that sort of stuff. See? Love the cachet, not the flies. Lynn, Pat, Nathan, left, skeleton.
Well, skeleton now. When was that? 2022?
So happy, oh yeah. Yep, someone used a stamp. 25th of the 9th, 2023. So that's actually
the last time it was found.
That's about the last time it was found. So we might as well pop our names in it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Emma and Warren found. Well, there you go. I think there's other ones that are quite a lot more interesting than that, but
anyway,
it's still kind of cool.
It's still
cool.
cool.
Okay, I get it. I think the ink pad was for, obviously there used to be maybe I'd say the ink pad would have been for a stamp or something. So it looks like someone's taken the stamp. Anyway, we'll put it exactly how we found it. So put it back how we found it in there. I don't like this tree, so
little bit sneaky.
Well, we found a like a centipede or a millipede last night, didn't we? When I was just simply moving rocks for the fire. So I'm not keen on putting my hand down there. Great, look at that. That's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think there's a whole subculture of people that like actually go out looking for them.
Right.
Anyway, what else have we done? Emma found some quandong nuts at the bottom of a quandong tree, and we just cracked them open, and one of them was actually okay to eat, so we had a little quandong nut.
One nut between two.
Kind of like a creamy white nut inside, very, very small, but apparently you can roast them. So we might go back later and find the same tree and see if we can roast a few on the fire, see how they come out.
Yeah, the tree's right next to camp, so yeah.
We've just had lunch and we're just mucking around.
We don't have anything else to do.
We don't have anything to do. I actually just lit a small stick fire with my flint, so in there. We're trying to work on our bush skills a little bit, aren't we? So I did a stick fire with my flint in that little fire pit. Emma's found some quandongs, and tonight I'm planning to build like a tripod for the camp oven and the billy. So it'll be like a tripod that will stick over the fire. So anyway, we're just mucking around out here. It's great.
Before we head back to camp, we need to grab a bit of firewood. There's heaps of fallen trees around here, so there's a perfect opportunity to just take a little bit for the fire tonight.
Now the big question.
Yes.
Is,
what is the big question?
will the tripod handle this much weight?
Well,
because that's quite heavy. It's very heavy.
Yeah.
Actually. And will it be able to?
It appears so.
It appears that it will work.
Excellent.
Cool.
Good work, mate.
Yeah, I think so. I'm hoping it is good work. We shall see.
We're hoping that it doesn't drop into the fire while our lamb shanks are cooking.
Absolutely, yeah, because that would be our whole dinner gone.
That'd be a disaster.
it will be.
It would not be the first time that we've dropped our dinner on the floor at camping.
It'll be a fucking disaster. Be a straight up disaster.
Anyway, that's cool. Good work on the bush skills.
We're getting there with the bush skill. Pretty good.
Sweet.
Cool. I think it'll go pretty well. These are green. I had to go with green twigs like this because if they were really dry,
Yeah.
they would just burn.
Yeah.
And then you just burn through. But I think I'll be able to like make the fire and then build. Oh wow!
I know it's still hot. Hey.
Build under there. That is so hot. Heavy. We rarely ever get a chance to sit around at camp for a really long amount of time. We've been here for a couple of hours now. It's super nice. And yeah, it was a bit of a goal of the trip was to just slow down and not do so much all the time. Just get to camp early and do some campfire cooking. So yeah, I am about to put the fire on. I built myself a little tripod. You can see there. For the camp oven tonight for the lamb shanks. I'm hoping it works as well as it has shown to work this afternoon and it doesn't tip our dinner all over the fire. But anyway, we'll work that out in a minute. But I've been mucking around because for about 2 years, Emma's just here editing, but for 2 years, Emma's been wanting me to build her a wooden spoon. So we watch so much Alone, it's ridiculous. In fact, the tripod idea actually came from Alone. So we watched tons of it. We watched all the seasons. We're actually up to date by the episode right now. So I think it's season 11. So we watched 11 seasons of Alone. Yeah. Anyway, love it. They always build awesome stuff. They're always amazing bushmen and outdoorsmen and outdoors women as well. So anyway, so I got to work this afternoon on a wooden spoon. So this is what we've got so far. Let's have a look here. See if I can get it on the GoPro. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. So it was just a piece of green, I think it looks like it was a gum or a bit of wandoo, but I had to get a piece of green because green's really easy to work with. It's a bit more malleable and a bit easier to whittle. So I'm working on it. I've rounded off the base along the bottom. I've made a bit of a handle this afternoon. And then once the fire's going, I'm actually going to set coals in along here. And that will hopefully sort of work some of this wood down. And then once it's sort of starting to concave a little bit from the coals this afternoon, I'll be able to work into that wood over the next day or two and start to carve it out. I'm hoping to keep these edges quite thick so it doesn't break away. And I'll probably shape in a little bit just through here a little bit more as well. But anyway, spoon coming along. And yeah, I think it'll be kind of cool once I'm finished. So it's actually starting to take some shape. I'm quite surprised. Anyway, we're going to get fire on and we've got to start getting some coals going because I've got to cook. So lamb shanks incoming. Cool, so got the lamb shanks, doused them up in flour and threw them straight in the camp oven. So camp oven's going on over there straight on the coals and I'm just searing the shanks. So I'm going to watch those for a few minutes and brown them off, and Emma's going to chop up the bulk of the ingredients because that's all going to go in the pot. And then crank the fire up and we'll put it on the tripod and let it simmer away for a little while. So let's see how that goes. So shanks have been beautifully browned off in the oven there. So now I'll just cover those with alfoil. We'll let them sit for a while, and then once everything's back in the camp oven, we'll throw everything back in. So we're going to do a can of chopped tomatoes, big cup of stock, got onion and garlic straight in. We got potatoes. Oh, lost one. We got carrots. Just a cup of red wine in. About time we use this. And now we're going to throw this back on the fire and let that cook through for a bit. Close the lid and hope for the best. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Feed an army. Wow. Well, there you go.
Tomorrow.
Well, there you go, guys. So that was this has been the very first time that we cooked lamb shanks in the camp oven. It's turned out amazing. I mean, look at that meat. That's just, oh. So, yeah, we winged some of the recipe because obviously we got no coverage out here. But yeah, it was really, really simple. So I reckon probably the best thing was putting it on the tripod to start with. It got everything, cooking through the bottom, and then we actually flipped the cooking method. We took it off the tripod and sat it outside the fire slightly, and just put a lot of coals over the top and just let everything just cook through. So, wow, epic! It's turned out good. Ooh.
Bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's good. It's good on a very chilly, crisp morning.
Mm-hmm. Billy on the fire.
So this crisp morning concluded our time there at the Helena and Aurora Ranges. It's quickly become one of our favourite wintertime camping spots in Western Australia. Hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for our next video as we head out and explore further into the Wheatbelt region. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.